Now listen, I feel a bit vulnerable tonight. I feel a little bit I feel a bit sick. I feel a bit sick tonight. I know flu season isn't until October, but you know we're always ahead of the curve here, and that's why I'm still doing Clinton impressions. Actually, we're very topical here. Anyway, I feel a bit sick. Not sick enough to miss work, but sick enough to whine and complain all day about it and make everyone at work sick of me. I'm that sick. And I'm not exactly sure how I got it. I could have caught... Buzz Aldrin was on the show on Friday, and maybe I got some kind of moon flu from him. Or Sharon Stone was on the show last week as well. Maybe I got something making out with her. Yeah, I wish. If Sharon Stone had leprosy, I'd still make out with her. Like you wouldn't? Come on. I really felt like not coming to work today, though. But it's show business. So I called my boss. I called Les Moonves, who's the head of CBS. In fact, all of show business. And I called him, and he wouldn't take my call. But his people said, get into work here, or you're fired. And they're right. They didn't say that at all. But I thought I'd better come in. Because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. See, when I get sick, I assume the worst. I have... Oh, the symptoms drive me... Don't go on the internet if you have the symptoms. Because I have symptoms, and I go on the internet, and you'll think you have everything. Now, I've said it before on this show, by the way. We've got to stop this internet thing right now in its tracks, before it catches on. I've gone on and I've got nasally drip and achy and painy and stuff, and feeling a little bit weepy. At 10 o'clock this morning, I was convinced I had Asian bird flu and that I was pregnant. I don't know what to take for it now, because all my flu remedies used to involve alcohol. That's not for me. If you know me at all, you'd like, no, don't do that. But they say drink plenty of fluids. And the Scottish remedy for flu, in fact for everything, is a hot toddy. You just, basically, it's whiskey and anything hot you have lying around. It doesn't matter. The main thing is to remember the whiskey. Whiskey and hot water, spice, lava, anything hot. See, when I was drinking, I could have had the flu and not known it. Because the flu-like symptoms were masked by being a blackout drunk for years. I didn't know. But they have these glorious remedies now. I tried them, these tablets that are effervescent. That's lovely, isn't it? Effervescent. What a lovely word that is. Effervescent tablets. Mate, I feel better already. It reminds me of a young Goldie Hawn. Effervescent. She's bubbly, isn't she? She used to be. Kate Hudson is now bubbly in her place. The bubbly torch of bubbliness is handed down from... I don't know. The torch of bubbliness. No, but it's LA as well, so there's all kinds of alternative remedies that I could try for being sick. Crystals, I could try putting crystals on my body if I was crazy. Or a high colonic. It doesn't cure the flu, but it takes your mind off it for sure. You could... I even need a kiss and dinner first. Do you know what I mean? Before... Anyway... Do you know what? In the old days, they used to give you leeches. And that's... You can do that in LA now. You can get leeched again. People will leech you. I was actually recommending... Somebody in the office said to me, why don't you try getting leeches? I said, I've got an agent and a manager. What the hell do I want more leeches for? I got plenty. I got plenty. I don't really mean it. I don't really mean it. When you're phoning in sick as well, I feel a strange compulsion to make myself sound even sicker. You know when you phone in sick to your office and you have to try and sound a little bit more sick, just in case they check, like, I don't think I can make it in today. Even if you've got a sprained ankle or something. The sickest I have ever been in my entire life was once when I had a bad oyster. I don't know if you've ever had a bad oyster. I don't know if you've ever had a good oyster. But a bad oyster, I had it at a seafood restaurant in England. And a bad oyster is like, it's unbelievable. It's like a tsunami in your pants. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm sorry to be gross, but it's... Nature in all its fury! It's It's unbelievable. And I was on a date with a girl. It was like a second date with a girl. And I'm driving home, and I get to her house to drop her off, and I said, can I just use the bathroom? And wow! And luckily, her toilet was next to the sink, because... Let's just say I was burning the candle at both ends, all right? And you know when you get that sick, and you're like, ah! And then you think it's done, and you go, and it starts again. It had more encores than an Aerosmith concert. And I knew when I was eating it. You know how you know? I knew when I was eating it. I thought, this is funky. And this is funky, and not in a Sly in the Family Stone way. This is funky. Now, here's a rule about seafood. If there's a doubt, spit it out. Although, with oysters, I'd never eaten oysters before. I don't even know what... They're like cold, salty boogers. I wouldn't know a good one or a bad one. They are. This is what rich people eat, caviar and oysters. You're out of your mind. This stuff is terrible. So I eat the oyster. I was to impress a girl. I thought, oh, yes, I'm having an oyster. You know, maybe for later. And then, of course, she gets to see me being violently ill in her bathroom. But that's good, because you know someone pretty well if you've seen them had food poisoning. It's not going to get worse. It's all uphill from that. And she was lovely to me. She really was. And I lived with her for 5 years. I really did. And the minute I got better, I left. Anyway, no, it's true. We did. We lived together for 5 years. The bottom line is, I could have stayed at home in bed today, but I wanted to be here. Because the truth is, I only feel alive for 1 hour a day, and that's when Oprah's on. But next to that, it's the hour I spend with you people, so let's get on with the show. Come on.